What up, friends? Geoff Fienberg here with you for another edition of PGA Tour picks for oddschecker.com/US. And coming off a great week last week, I got to talk about it. I'm my own agent, folks. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel so these videos will drop right into your feed. Jason Kokrak, 55-1 on the odds checker grid last week. Brought it home. Also a banging week with the T20s at some big numbers. Bertelli squeezing into that T20 6-1. Luke List cashing that T20 at 5.5 to 1. Either way, good for me. Hopefully it was good for you. Nice to listen, nice little run here for me in November. And it's weird. Full disclosure, I say it to you guys each week. In the spring, in the summer, the golf is all consuming for me. It's all consuming. With football, I don't know, back to school. I don't know what it is. Let's call a spade a spade. It's football. It's not back to school. Like I'm the one doing the work. Shout out to the wives out there. Anyways, yeah, I just try not to overthink it. Problem is this week I might have been overthinking it because get a little cocky. Can't help myself. Nice little run. 3 of the last 4 weeks. The missing one was a Reed T2. Let's keep it going. Okay. Spoke about a couple of these guys in the video with Rick on Monday. Go check that out. It is in the feed. We broke down the RSM a little. It's great chatting with Rick, getting his vibes and him telling me how nuts I am, or sometimes he even says, you know what? You're onto something. Nonetheless, chatted RSM with Rick in long form. Go check that out. It's in the YouTube. It's in the OC YouTube feed. I did mention Adam Scott. The guy was on last week. Am I betting Adam Scott to win a putting contest? Am I getting the full Adam Scott experience? Probably, potentially. But I'm in on Adam Scott again this week. And oh man, 45-1 using that grid over at Bet365. 45-1. Oh. Did he lose an arm? Sometimes it feels like he's potting with one, but I'm going back there. Yes, you bet on Adam Scott. It's the tee to green disciple. It is just hit all your 5-footers, and I think we get to Sunday, Adam. Big ask? I don't know, but I'm here for Adam Scott. We are back on that wagon after riding it last week. Another one, I mentioned I like Chris Kirk to be top bulldog as a joke in the video with Rick. Well, if you like a guy to be top bulldog, then there's a good chance, Georgia Bulldog that is, then there's a good chance you're going to win this thing. Give me Chris Kirk, 66-1. He isn't afraid of the potential blustery conditions that can find their way here. He's a very reliable player. Also, just throw it in right now. I'm going to play Chris Kirk on the T20. Find that number listed below in the OC article, my final betting card. Chris Kirk to win, 66-1. Maybe we've lost a bit of the form that we like, but this is a place that sets up perfectly for Chris Kirk, and he has an ability to have the spike putting week, and that's what we are certainly banking on with Chris, who can be there top shelf with the irons. Chris Kirk 66-1, Adam Scott 45-1 on that odds checker grid, getting in on some props. I didn't have the man, a lot of people I trust on the Joel Damon bucket hat wagon this week. I just didn't have the guts. No guts, no glory sometimes. Baby stepping around that one. Rick Gaiman all over Joel this week. I am going to, however, have to take the 6-1 on the top 10. 6-1 on the top 10 for Joel. I see what a lot of people are seeing. I'm just not seeing the finish line like they're seeing. So give me the top 10 on Joel this week, and I'll give you a few more T20s. We mentioned Kirk. I'm going with Matt Wallace. Not much has been mentioned of Wallace this week, but hey, it's that time of year and conditions are getting a little hairy, even at Sea Island. So give me Matt Wallace this week on the T20. Danny Lee on the T20. He's got a chance to, Danny Lee's the type of guy, he can go bad, but he can get real hot. And 1.5 good rounds from Lee can maybe find us here, as long as we don't have our nut low Danny Lee moments, but I like the form from Lee, and he's just got that ability to go scorching low, and in some ways tempted to make an outright, but I'm not that crazy. Watch him go win now. And Luke List. Mention Luke List. Listen, this is not a Luke List course, but I'm a Luke List truther, and Luke List is in form. We had him on the outright last week. We had him on the T20 last week at 5.5 to 1. And I went back this week at 100 to 1 on the outright. And the putting he was number 1 in the field last week, strokes gained tee to green. He was 67th, I think, in the field in putting. If he's 20th, he can win the goddamn thing. This is not, this can set up to be a putting contest. So I'm just staying on the Luke List wagon more so than feeling this as an optimal Luke List setup, to be perfectly honest. His game is sort of suited for long and narrow and kind of what we got last week, except he gets got far too many times. But I'm not besmirching Luke. Love you, Luke. Keep it on. Keep on keeping on, as I like to say. And as I mentioned, riding the wagon with Luke List. Well, we are going to the Middle East here to ride the wagon on Patrick Reed. It's going on the prop card because I'm here doing PGA stuff. This is a European Tour event. So we mentioned we're pot committed to Patrick Reed. He's 30 to 1 on a course. I think in 5 tries, he hasn't finished outside the top 10, or maybe just one time, but 30 to 1. There's like 52 guys in this field, and I can bet Patrick Reed at 30 to 1. I am going to do that. I'm also probably betting Tommy Fleetwood and Danny Willett, but you're not going to see those in the write-up. That's it. So yeah, busy. We got 6 outrights in total, going back to yesterday, with going from 28 to 1 to 125 to 1, 1 T10. Oh, head-to-head. Was going to miss it. Mac Hughes over Kevin Kisner. That is plus 105. Mac Hughes over Kevin Kisner. I had to find a way to pick on Kisner. I, like a lot of people do, I see what a lot of people are seeing with Mac Hughes and argue he should be the more popular player than Kevin Kisner this week. It maybe feels like people are coming off Kisner as we get closer to the event. But yeah, I'm fading Kisner in that respect. So why not go against him with a player I think is going to have quite a quality week here in Mackenzie Hughes. Mackenzie Hughes over Kevin Kisner for that head-to-head. So yeah, busy card. Let's go. Let's get another. I'm Geoff Fienberg. We will see you next week. I think we're going to break down the match. I'm going to tell you right now, me and Rick will break down Brooks v. Bryson. Yeah, here at Odds Checker. And then there's a little golf for a little bit. So that's kind of sad. But let's finish with some more fire. I'm out. Let's catch another Sunday hero.